see what's happening. We see the damage that's being done to our own citizens. And there is just kind of this bureaucratic process where we just can't seem to get what is done necessary. Donald Trump got stuff done, thankfully, just through executive orders and decisions. I mean, is it fair to say that the reason that this regime isn't doing anything, Joe Biden, is he's just completely captured by China? I mean, we know the financial ties to some extent. I mean, there's some very serious words that we could use to describe this. I'm not going to say that. I'll let our audience infer it. But if you're not acting against an enemy where they're buying up farmland and buying up reconnaissance technology and dumping fentanyl and manufacturing because you're purchased or they have blackmail on you, then how are we supposed to think about that?
And think about it like this. You take some of us that are in the Senate. I've been banned by China. I've been sanctioned by China. I can't go to China. And then I find out that they are carrying out a malign influence campaign against me because they don't like that I think they should be held to account.
Yes.
We should, in sanctioning the Chinese Communist Party and some of these Chinese businessmen who are Chinese Communist Party leadership, we should prohibit them from buying buildings and farmland here in this country. Chinese-based companies should have to abide by the same rules that U.S. companies abide by if they're going to be publicly traded in the United States. And what we need this administration to do is to admit that the Chinese Communist Party is our adversary. Yes. They are not our friend, and they do not wish us well. And Donald Trump, as you said, was very successful in holding them to account and in making certain that they came to the table on trade deals. And what we find out now with this Biden administration, when it comes to ag products with our farmers in Tennessee, China is not buying what they promised to buy. No, they are not fulfilling their obligation because Joe Biden is not going to make them fulfill their obligation.
Yeah, and you brought up such an important point, which is, look, we have some people that are speaking out against it, you being one of them. The Chinese Communist Party, they're a bunch of snakes. They're deceitful. And this is what drives me nuts, Senator, is when I hear people in the Biden administration, even some Republicans are like, well, China's a rival or China's a competitor. No, they're not a competitor. It's not a rival, an enemy, or an adversary. Choose one of those words, okay? I mean, rivals don't dump fentanyl into rival countries, okay? Rivals don't deindustrialize. They don't hack cyber grids. They don't deploy mind control technology such as TikTok. And by the way, you look at Chinese TikTok versus American TikTok, it's totally different. So they're teaching their children about art and poetry. Tucker had a great segment on this last evening where our TikTok is kind of a steaming pile of garbage, as if you wanted to destroy the hearts and minds of an entire youthful population.